Hey, how is everybody? I'm good, thanks. Thanks for asking. So, I live pretty close to the river, and doing the river walks kind of like part of my daily routine when I'm home. It just like gives me a chance to exercise, relax, and clear my mind. But today I had quite the bad experience. I did the river walk around 10 o'clock. That's pretty busy. Like I walked the non-busy bit, but the non-busy bit's still kind of busy. And this is 10 o'clock in the morning, so this is like peak hour for like mothers, like mothers and just social groups. So I was walking, and there was these three lads, and they had a trolley, which I guess probably would have ended up in the river when they were finished. In the trolley, they had music blaring, and like my spider senses were tingling straight away because they were playing Aussie hip hop. Aussie hip hop. Sorry, I don't know what did I say it would. And now there's two kinds of Aussie hip hop. There's like the mainstream stuff, like the good stuff, like Hilltop Hoods, Bliss and Esso, AB Original. Then there's the lad Aussie hip hop. Cursor's probably the main one, but I rate Cursor, so I kind of take him out of that basket and put him in the first basket. It's like all these lad rappers. It's normally the music that you hear played on trains really loud, which and I don't get why they do that. It's like, oh man, this song's awesome. I want everyone in this carriage to check it out. Or like, yeah. Or or I'm cool. I'm playing music real loud. This song no one ever heard of. I've never even heard of any of these songs before. Like I listen to like Triple J and a lot of like local stations, and I've never heard any of these songs played before. I mean, it could be these guys just actually the guys who's playing the music real loud. It could actually be them rapping, like they recorded it in their bedroom and they're playing it loud on the train, and that's how they're trying to get themselves out there. Like I don't even know who these artists they're playing are. Like you take your phone out and Shazam it, and Shazam's like, I don't know who this is. Oh, by the way, can you put me away because people who listen to this type of music tend to roll people, and I don't want to be a phone which gets sent to cash converters. And all right, that was I often have a conversation with my phone. Anyway, so they were playing that. They were having a barbecue. Like they had a little like gas cooker of a frying pan. It smelled pretty good. But they had rubbish all over the place, and I assume that's going to be. I will bet every dollar I have that rubbish was left there or thrown into the river. So, and as I'm walking, it was like people fishing. It was like a family fishing, and by family I mean like a dad, a mom, and their son. I assume it was a son. He was like maybe like 17, 18. So it was like an older family. But they were fishing and they were throwing eggs at him. And I went, oh, okay, these guys are fuckwits. But I kept walking because like it's the middle of the day. There's people around. They're not going to roll me. And as I walked past, they did that thing where they got up and started following you. Like they were going to roll you, but I think they worked out there was too many people. So I got to the end of my walk and I stood there, looked at the water for a little bit. It was good. Listened to the crappy hip hop play in the distance. Then I started walking back. And I walked past them and they were swearing or something. I think they were having a sook at their cops or something. And as I was walking, I walked like, I got up to the family which was fishing. And I heard like the sound of like footsteps behind me, like running. And they had like one of them was like a little skinny blonde wanker. And he had like the meat tray, I guess, with the meat juice. And he slammed on my back. And I turned around and I swore at him. I was actually quite proud. I stood my ground. I swore at him, stuck my finger up at him. Then he ran back to his friends. And then he started yelling at me, and I yelled at him like that. Gave him the finger. I actually gave him one finger. Then he's like, oh yeah, come over here. And I really wanted to go over there because he was a little weaselly guy. I mean, I'm not strong, but I could have taken this guy on. And the fact that he ran back to his mates after he threw the thing on my back, it just shows his character. I could have bashed the crap out of him. The only reason I didn't was look him be seating, and I didn't stuff that up. But anyway, looks like they could actually have been good fighters. There's three of them. One of them actually kind of looked muscly. One of them looked like he could handle himself. And he was the one who wasn't mouthing off. So I assumed that, yeah, he was the tough one. You know how there's that saying, the person at the bar you should be most wary of is the guy sitting in the corner not talking. Yeah, so plus like they were fishing, so they had knives and like they had a frying pan, and so they could have hit me with that, and it would have been hot. And we were really close to the water, so if my phone fell out, and they would have just chucked it in the water. But yeah, I really wanted to bash the crap out of him. But anyway, I walked off, and it's just eating away at me, still eating away at me. I really wanted to just bash the crap out of that guy. Actually, funny enough, there was like a knife. Well, when I was looking at the water, there was like a knife on the ground, someone's fishing knife. And I was thinking about picking it up because I didn't trust those guys. Oh man, just stabbing him in the guts would have been like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not a violent person. I haven't committed any violent crimes. Yeah. And even if I did, I wouldn't be admitting to it on Facebook. I wonder if there's like a countdown somewhere of like YouTubers who admitted crimes on YouTube. Now that was me saying was stabbing. That was like a joke, a little bit of dark humor. I wasn't afraid of anything. I didn't even pick the knife up. And the knife probably was blunt anyway. That's probably what was left in the gun. But as I was walking back, I was looking at my phone, seeing if any of my like tough friends were off work today, so I could call them to the river and I could go back and bash the crap out of that skinny guy. But no one was. So yeah, but I still feel like I'm gonna win because in a few years they're gonna be drug addicts and homeless. Hopefully they OD, get them out of the system. You know, they're a waste of resources. Yeah. But I was thinking, like, what if, like, girls walked past? I mean, I don't know if they would have threatened the girls, but they would have probably tried to pick them up and maybe done something worse. The thing about, like, lads is they think they are God's gift to women. They think they're irresistible. You know, whenever there's a girl that walks by, they're like, hey, like, they say things trying to pick them up. Yeah, they think they're untouchable. It's like, hey, babe, do you want to support this for the rest of your life? Yeah? You know? How do you feel about bong rats? Yeah? And the girls are like, fuck off. And just walking, then they just spend the rest of the day calling that woman a bitch. That's probably how, like, MGTOW started. It was just, yeah, actually, that's exactly how MGTOW, men going their own way, started. What's the other one? Incels? Yeah, that's definitely how they started. But anyway, that's my little story. Yeah. I wonder if this video is going to get taken down because I said I wanted to stab him. Because I didn't. And I wasn't a threat. That was just a thought which went through my head, which I'm trying to turn into a joke, which I find funny. You may not find funny, but if you saw this weaselly little guy, you would have been like, yeah, him getting stabbed, pretty funny. But anyway, thanks for watching. Kieran Dalton, out.